Our children often arrive in school with quite low levels of language and communication. So one of our biggest challenges is to develop those very quickly so that children can start to access a full and varied curriculum. Linked into that is the need to design learning opportunities that are going to be accessible for all our children, regardless of their communication and language needs. Raising attainment in reading and writing in a school where communication and language skills are very low on entry has been a significant challenge for us. We've designed our curriculum to help us develop those skills. In particular, we do a lot of work on speaking and listening, and obviously if we're going to do work on speaking and listening to develop those communication and language skills, a product like Boardmaker Studio will help those children develop those skills at a much faster rate. It's a much more engaging product for the children to use.
We have quite a large range of pupils in the school, varying from social communication difficulties right up to just learning, individual learning areas like literacy and numeracy that we deal with through an IEP. We have speech and language difficulties, but we also have a very large number now of EAL children, which we didn't have previously, and so we have quite a range in each year group.
We chose to invest in Boardmaker Studio because we were looking for a resource that was going to help us deal with the increasing numbers of English as an additional language children in school. It seemed to offer the flexibility that we needed, that was going to help us personalise learning to meet a wide range of languages that were coming into school, but was going to be easy to manage for teachers and also could be used for all our children with communication and language difficulties right across the school.
All it will do is completely enrich us as a school and across the whole school, not just for those children with specific needs or EAL, but for kind of the whole mainstream school.
We're hoping it will help to continue with the improvement of the results we get at the end of the year. I think it already has done to a point, particularly for the SEN children, because they feel more a greater part of the lesson. It's very adaptable, and what you do with one topic you can adapt and do it with the other topics throughout the year. I think it creates consistency for staff in terms of whatever class they're working in. They can adapt it to suit the age of the children they're working with.
I've learned how to use that now, and it is really, really easy to use and so simple to just go and do something. It's not, it's not hard, and I think for a teacher that's really important, because you get something in school and you think, oh gosh, can't use it and I haven't got time and I haven't got this, but it really is. We've had 2 training nights on it, and it really is that simple to use. It's not, it's not complicated.
I really like the fact that as a teacher there's so many schools that are doing exactly the same things. They're doing the same topics, the same themes. So what I like is the productivity in terms of I can go online, choose the topic that I'm doing, go onto the Boardmaker Share Resource Centre, and I can download already some work that's being done by another teacher. Then I can customise it to suit my class, and that's saving me time that I can spend on either my marking or spending time with my family.
Using Boardmaker Studio will help them narrow the gap for that child so that they achieve at a much faster rate of progress than they would have done otherwise.
The value of it to pupils is the fact that it's so visual and it's so interactive, and you're able to have the children involved with it. I made a game that my children have been able to come up to the whiteboard and use, so we've interaction is there. Also for teachers, it's allowing them to see what's available and also them taking ownership for the children in their class.
We've used things like word mats that have been produced using Boardmaker Studio, and then the children with lower ability have been able to use the word mats as part of the lesson so that they can take part and they can still work independently. I think the symbols are they're user friendly and they're quite easy to understand what the symbol is showing. You can understand what it's saying without having to use words. And there's quite a range for a lot of the words. There's a range of symbols, so you don't just have to pick one, you've got a choice, so you can choose which one you like the best.
I liked when I went up and popped the balloons. I really liked the pictures that they used. I really loved the puzzle activity because it was really exciting and it was a great guessing game to play. When we sat at our desk and we just do our paperwork, it's not really that much fun because we like all working together and touching the board and everything. And everyone likes taking part in everything.
It's very early days, but the response from staff has been very, very positive, and I think certainly over Ready for September that we've already started to put some things in place. So we have the symbols going up around whole school. We've already got visual timetables that are in place that are the same sort of in each classroom for people to use. And I think certainly over the summer people are intending to kind of link into that more. We've also just started our topic word mats, so that's going to be something that we will use from September, and then that will be our bank of resources and we'll keep building on that.
For teachers, it's an easy to use resource that's going to enable them to personalise learning for those children. For the children, the direct link there is those children will make progress at a much faster rate than if we didn't have the use of Boardmaker Studio.